Hi everyone, welcome to another edition of the SABA Community Parade. Today we have landed back in Stratford at Progress with Gary Lingard and your whole Progress team here. And you've had a busy season, to say the least. What's going on, Gary?
Well, this is a very busy year for us, and this is our team. Like, this is our salesman, Daryl, and our office manager, Jessica. And I wanted to talk about our process here, because we're a member of the Home Builders Association, but we're also a member of WillMark. And one of the biggest complaints that we get at the home builders is that a lot of these renovators never return their phone calls. And with WillMark, part of the process is you're supposed to be able to return the phone calls within 48 hours. So what we do is, if the phone call comes in and say Jessica takes the phone, we have a program that enters up and maps Daryl's days out at weeks ahead. And so they get instantly booked in for a sales call or a sales appointment. So that's how we handle the WillMark. Rather than sit at home and wait and see if you're ever going to get the call back, which probably at least half the time people aren't calling their people back. So it's good to have a team behind you. It's good to have, this is our lower showroom that's down here. We have an upper showroom as well. It's a brick and mortar building, which is also when you're renovating, because we're not working out of our basement. A lot of the companies work out of the trunk of the car or the basement of the house, have a real fancy website. But when you start digging into who they really are they going to be there next year? Are they going to be there this year when you need them, right? So be a SABA member, WillMark dealer, and follow the processes, okay? So that's a huge advantage of having a team, is that when you have a problem or you just want to talk to somebody because you don't understand something, Jessica likes to take those phone calls. It's like, no, we're going to be there on Tuesday, but if it rains, we can't be there, and they just don't really understand how the process works. It's really nice to be able to have a team behind you to make those renovations go smooth.
Well, and you also bring up a great point about being a WillMark member because of warranties as well, and your window-wise warranties. Do you want to talk a little bit about that?
Yes, so first of all, to finish the WillMark off, is we have to have $2 million in liability insurance, which is fairly steep for the industry. Most people only have $1 million, but with the WillMark, we have to have $2 million. So the other side is even if you don't know who Progress is, we're window-wise dealers, which is part of the Siding Association of Canada. And so they run a program where all of our guys are trained on site, but they also do random inspections. And every job we do, we pay $50 into the window-wise program. And so we guarantee it for 5 years. Our manufacturer guarantees it for 5 years, window installations. But it's also backed up by the Siding Association of Canada. So if you're not sure who Progress is, at least there's the peace of mind that we're part of a bigger process, that if something goes wrong with your windows in 2 or 3 years, you're still covered.
And
which
the
is
manufacturer has to be involved in it too.
Yes. So the manufacturers, what the Siding Association of Canada only has a limited amount of manufacturers that have actually gone through all the testing and all of that kind of thing. So if they are on that list, what are you buying? So, and there's about 10 to 12 manufacturers now, yeah. So we're on that list, they're on that list, and then we use the manufacturer that's on the list, and then so they guarantee the product that it meets the standards, because they have to meet the Canadian standards, and they're tested. And we're also an Interstar dealer because we are inspected, because you have to have that compliance. So if you meet all those criteria, then you could be an Interstar dealer as well. So there's lots of backup, not just in our office, not just in our building, not just because we're SABA members, but because we belong to several associations that make sure that the customer is covered. And that's important to us, so that the customer has a peace of mind.
And I would definitely say that it is worth the wait. If there's anything we've learned during COVID, during these times, is that if someone can deliver right away, it's probably too good to be true, correct?
Yes, it's probably too good to be true. We're just getting some siding orders in from March. We just finished the first week of April. We got an order in for this week. So there is delays in product, but we're working through it. Our team is able to move jobs around to try to keep this flow going for customers and not to have anybody. But there's the odd one where we have a problem getting product, but you know, we order the product right away, we get it in, so it kind of goes down the pipeline. So we've been pretty good so far.
Excellent. All right, before we go, anything else we want to add, Gary?
No, I think we're good. I think that's really what I wanted to talk about today, was to make sure everybody really doesn't take the cheapest price. We're not the most money by a long shot, but we're not always the cheapest price. But there's a reason for it, because we have backup staff, we have a building, we give money to the Canadian Siding Association, and they all help to guarantee the product comes across for the end user, the customer.
Excellent. All right. Thank you so much. And thank you for taking time to come in today. And don't forget, hit that share button, because when you do, you will be entered to win that $2,000 prize package. And who knows, maybe you'll be spending it right here at Progress on some windows, doors, or siding. Thanks, everyone. Have a great day. Hey, you can even be doing your eaves troughs and more, right?
Yep, eaves troughs, gutter protection. Yep.
Excellent. Okay, stay tuned. We've got more coming up on the SABA Community Parade.
Be sure to hit that share button at each of the SABA Community Parade locations. Every time you share, it's another chance you'll be entered to win the grand prize of $2,000 to be used however you like at one or any of our participating businesses. The winner will be announced on Saturday, July 31st.